Hey everyone, welcome and thank you for being here on this Sacred Sunday message. It is July 30th, 2023 when I am recording this. But these messages are typically timeless, and so whenever you hear it, whenever you're guided to view it, that is the right time for you. And that's what I love about these messages is they're always, the timing is very I think it's fluid. There's nothing set in stone as far as timing, unless I specifically say that. Typically, they are timeless, and so it is important that you know that. If I'm talking about a specific date when I'm recording this, and you're listening at a different time and time frame, it's perfectly fine. It is whatever it is in regard to timing. It is divine timing. So this morning I woke up feeling kind of like a pause, a little bit. I'm not going to say it's like a great pause. It's like the calm before the storm, if you know what I mean. And don't panic. I'm not saying there's a storm coming. I'm saying the change, whatever change is here that's coming in for you. There's some kind of change, as there is in life. But I've been seeing fives in regards to a lot of different things in my life. If I'm thinking about a particular thing, it's a 5. If I'm thinking or doing something else, it's 5-5 or 5-5-5. So it's there. When I opened up my phone this morning, the time said 5-5-5. So it is interesting, these changes that are coming in, right? We hear it all the time. If you're like most people, you flip around and you watch or listen to other readers, and you hear about change, and you hear about changes coming. But guys, listen, change happens in our lives. You never know what's right around the corner. There were some things in my life that happened that I never expected. I would have never expected certain things to pop up when I turned the corner, but there is something interesting to that timing, that divine timing, the anticipation, then the lull in between, and then the actual change. And that's I feel like we're in the middle right now, but it feels cuspy, like we're on the cusp. Do you know what I mean? And so there is some kind of change coming in. This Sacred Sunday messages are more about getting in tune with your soul, your inner voice, and listening and looking at your own compass, okay? And so right now feels like, today anyways, is a day to let things flow, to let things be, and to exercise patience, because something grand is coming in as far as change in your life. Now, a lot of you are aspiring to be something other than you are right now. For some reason, I feel that change coming in. It is interesting that your soul is craving something, and so the human part of you is listening now, and it feels like this change there's something that you need to focus on or listen to, something in some voice, some message, some intuitive guidance, and it feels like what you're listening to is really important right now. I feel like it's gearing up and getting you ready for whatever this change is. It does feel very much like it's a intuitive, like you're taking some action on your like this consistent nudging, or your soul is trying to talk to you and tell you right now, the in-between time is important to focus on you, on your inner voice, on your guidance, okay? It's time to pay attention to the signs. For me, the signs have been physical as in animals, bunnies. I have been seeing rabbits everywhere. When I was on vacation, they were all around. And yeah, they all are all around. But I was seeing them. Like I said, one came right up to my door and looked right at me, and I looked at him. And we had this moment. And then he bounced off and did his thing. But I see them every day at my house. They come close to my porch, my patio. When I was on vacation, I was seeing them right outside the back door. And so for you, you might be seeing certain things over and over again, repetition. I've been seeing fives, like I said. So there are things that are an indication of some change coming in your life, some change that you're going to make, and be proud of it, that decision. Be proud of that movement, whatever it is you're doing. You're going to be proud of yourself for listening and for taking action and not dismissing it. I'm going to do the energy cards today because it does feel very much like I'm sorry, I don't know, my voice is acting funny today for some reason. I feel like that's also a sign that we're tired. Somebody's tired. Their voice, it feels like their voice is sort of tired from speaking to maybe the universe, your guides, yourself, to your divine creator, to present some sort of change and let it be already. We've been having really hot and humid weather here. It's been a heat streak for a little bit. Storms, constant rain, it seems. And yesterday it started out where it was overcast, humid. I literally got sick because I had to go out for something. I went out in the car and we had our windows down, and I literally got sick. The air was just not good quality. The humidity, it was a buildup all day long. I'm like, oh, please rain so it can cool down. And it rained and stormed, but not until late into the probably 7 or 8 o'clock at night. But it's like that same anticipation when we know that change is coming. And if we focus too much on when is it going to happen? It's harder on ourselves because then we put so much pressure on wanting that one thing that we don't focus on anything else that needs attention. And so it feels like our energy, our inner voice, our soul is speaking, but we are trying to see the outcome, the timing when this change is happening, and we're trying to figure out how can we make it come faster, right? What can I say to the universe? Is there a specific formula that will make this manifest faster? So we're focusing on the outcome, which, hey, I'm guilty, I've done it myself. But I feel like this message today is about trusting your soul, trusting the universe, trusting in the timing of everything. When we focus more on something, it feels like that's resistance. It feels like that's a form of resistance, not allowing the flow to naturally take us where we're supposed to be, right? That's not to say we're not supposed to be involved with the universe, and because I've always felt that we are to be a team with the universe, to be on point with what it is that we're manifesting so that the universe can bring it to us, right? It feels very much like some of you might be feeling like a stalemate, like, oh God, I'm in this pause. When is it going to ever effing end? But the action card comes out, right? I feel like the 17, 7 plus 1 is 8, is infinite. I feel like that could be an indication of, I feel like you're sort of the dark horse, but the white horse is like your soul saying, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's time. and you're focusing on the negative, like, why is it taking so long? When's it going to end? When am I going to have my blessings? When is all this coming in? Readers keep saying, oh, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, but it never does. I feel like it's there, but we don't focus. We're not focusing on what's there for us. We're focusing on, when am I going to see it? When's it going to drop in my lap? It's human nature, and we do those things because we feel, what's the word I'm looking for? We feel cheated sometimes out of our blessings, out of the promises. Sometimes we feel like, why did I even try? Why did I believe in the first place? You start having doubts because it's taking so long. But I feel like it's a vicious cycle, like it's taking so long because we're not focusing on letting the natural flow and order of things happen, right? We need to chill out, take some time, take some time to reflect, take some time to let things flow, take some time to breathe. And I always use that analogy, the lazy river. If you've ever gone tubing on like a lazy river in a theme park or something, it just gently moves you along, and you just flow with it. You flow with the pace of it until you reach your destination. And that's the way our soul is right now. It's like we need to just flow with this. Can you just flow with this? Because it's easier. So we do, as human beings, we make it harder on ourselves to allow this manifestation to come through, right? When I say allow, it's highlighted when I say allow. That means we allow ourselves to wait for this blessing to come, okay? And if there's anything you need to do along the way for this blessing to come in, then it feels like you will be, you'll see signs, or you'll hear something, but for the most part, it feels like whatever this is coming in for you, you have to cool your jets a little bit, just a little. It doesn't feel like this is taking forever. It feels like you need to work on something within yourself. It feels like you need to work on some patience and understanding. Believe me, that's not easy. I am such a big, my daughter tells me all the time, Mom, you're so impatient with things. And I kind of am. I that's something, I'll be real, I need to work on that. But let's see what cards picked us today so that we can, excuse me, with the camera, so we can go on with this reading, please. Please and thank you, guides. I think those of you that are really spiritually in tune are feeling like you're on the cusp of, okay, I've been waiting, I've been hearing, I know something's coming, but when? When? And it feels like this message is for you, if that's the way you've been feeling. It's time to start focusing on something that you enjoy. Focus on a hobby, focus on gardening, on I don't know why I'm hearing swimming. Focus on something. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. Lately I've been interested in branching out with my artwork to something else. Not something else, just a different style, just to kind of add to my what I normally do, but to add another something else to it. So I've been thinking about that a lot lately, and I'm going to be doing that. But anyways, it feels, it's funny because when I was meditating before this message, I was seeing two red flowers. They were either carnations or they were roses, but they were shaped like a heart. Okay, and so it's interesting that this card pops out, woman holding a heart, right? Our soul is trying to mend a broken heart, okay? And I know you've heard this over and over again by different readers, I'm sure. I know when I'm scrolling through, I hear it all the time. But this is real. Your heart is mending from something. And whatever that something was or is, help is here for you. And I feel like this woman is kind of like the heart. She looks away from her heart. She looks away from, it's like she's focused on whatever happened in her past, right? And so she's not focusing on the healing of her heart. The heart is large. If you see that heart in the card, the woman holding a heart, right? She's wearing a heart on her sleeve, and she's still either thinking or talking or being in that place where it was hurt. And when I say she, I mean he or she. It doesn't matter. This is energy. So whatever this is about, this person is healing from some sort of trauma, some kind of pain that wrecked her heart, okay? And so it looks like the doors of imprisonment from whatever that was are open. And you have the key to allow yourself to let go of whatever it was that happened. And I'm not talking, I feel like this, whatever this trauma is, it's from years of abuse or some sort of fear. There's something that has happened in the past. Could be a past life, could be from growing up. But the key to your freedom is you giving yourself permission to let go of that, okay? If it means you need therapy, then you need therapy. But I'm not ever telling anyone, I'm not giving you medical advice, but I'm saying if you need those things to help you heal, then that's what you should do. I do fully believe that whatever healing is here for you, it opens the door to expose your heart, okay? To expose what you feel might be vulnerable, or the thing that you've protected for so long, okay? But your soul is saying, you know, time is moving forward, but you're not moving with it. You're not moving with the flow of healing and change. That's why perhaps you're not seeing the change yet, because you have to work on freeing your tearing down that wall around your heart, that whatever happened in the past has affected you so deeply that you're afraid to let go. Okay, I am just somebody who is a spiritual guide. I am in no way, shape, or form a professional. And so that is what I'm feeling with your energy, whoever this belongs to. And I feel like you're afraid to let go of something because it might shake things up and change your life. And I do feel that it will change things within your life, but it doesn't change who you are. Okay, that's the message that I just feel like that needs to be said. The door to spirit is open. Do you see that? The door to spirit is open. The door to your soul, to your freedom, to your healing. It is available for you. It is open for you now. I don't know if you've been feeling emotional, up and down. Could be angry, could be sad, could be all of those things, both of those things. Could be exhaustion, it could be any of those things, but it feels like that's because your soul is weighing on you. Your inner voice is telling you. And maybe your subconscious voice is telling you. It's time to set yourself free from the pain of whatever happened or the trauma in your life, okay? To open up, to allow the healing to happen. I think some of you are so closed off. I know someone like that who's very closed off and very, a wall goes up with certain things, with certain topics. And I know that it's a defense. It's a defense move to defend. This person wants to defend themselves from feeling any kind of pain. And I get it. But we have to let things go in order to grow, okay? The next card I pull, guys, deceit, okay? Now, when I pull the deceit card, what I'm feeling with this card is that you've been hiding behind some something that has happened, but has caused you to not progress in life or move forward. Something has held you back, and it feels like whatever this is, it's deep and it's soulful. It's not something that's a partner, you know, cheating on you or something. It's not that. This feels more like your inner trappings, something that has to be let go. And you coming forward and saying, it's time. I'm coming out from behind the closet because I want my life to flow now. I want things to flow more smoothly. I want to experience some sort of freedom from what it was, whatever it was that held me back. And whatever that is, it's coming because your soul is nudging you. The nudgings and whatever signs you're seeing, it's telling you the door to personal healing and happiness is open for you. It's waiting, it's beckoning you to come forward and to, you know, to tell yourself, to tell your guides, or maybe even if you choose to see a therapist, that you don't want to be stuck anymore behind those, behind the imprisonment that you put yourself in. Because it's time to let go of some hurt, some pain, some trauma, whatever it was. It's time to open up and let it out so it can leave your energy, right? Now, yes, there are some things that you never forget that have happened, like me with my son. When my son passed, I just didn't understand it. I did not understand why someone could do that to my son, and to willingly take someone's life. And I feel like when we experience traumas like that, or pain that goes to the core, how do we ever get over that, right? But we have to allow ourselves to feel through certain things in order to move forward. And so that's what I feel like whoever's listening to this message, so someone out there is experiencing a significant change in opening up and moving forward, okay? Because when you do that, your life changes and everything opens up for you. The opportunities are there. You can see more opportunity for whatever it is you're looking for, a job, a change of location. That's another thing. I think some of you are hanging on to memories within the walls of your home, your dwelling, and you can't bear the thought of moving because then you feel as if you're leaving behind all of that pain and suffering from wherever you've been. And that's what you're familiar with, okay? So it's hard for you to think of moving on. But something is changing in that direction, I'm telling you. And you're opening up to new possibilities. It's like you've been living in this environment where the windows are shut and they can't be opened. So there's no fresh air ever. It's stagnant energy. That's what that feels like. Anything else from this deck, guys? Some of you need to get out in nature. Get out from your environment. Move, walk, swim. Whatever it is that you feel you should do, do it. Because Archangel Michael is here, right? He's here to heal. He's here to help you, walk you through the healing process. And he is... Do you see the 8s? There's been a few 8s here. This adds up to number 8. And so it's infinite change. It's infinite energy that is beckoning you to come forward to something, to shake up some things in your life so that you can be set free. Okay? What else, guys? I'm not going to tell you, you know how a lot of readers tell you, this change is coming, it's significant, and it's coming on this date or that date. And I like to explore readers on YouTube, and there's a few that I support energetically because I believe in what they're doing. But sometimes they don't tell you, yes, this is coming, but you need to do this. You need to get into this place. You need to get into your soul first and allow yourself to work together. Do you know what I mean? Like to be in alignment with your soul so you can move forward. Because the door to value is opening up. And that doesn't just mean valuing your heart and soul. That means the door to value. That means everything changes when you give yourself permission to improve your life, to move forward, to heal. And that includes financial. So money is involved here. Some of you may have been just scraping by, and you may be looking for work every day, and you're just getting by, but you're tired of it. You want a steady flow of income coming in, and it feels like you're the key to that. To let yourself go, let yourself open up to forgiveness, maybe even forgiving yourself for something. I don't know. All I know is forgiveness is already there for you by your divine creator, by your angels, but they don't need to forgive anything because they love you unconditionally. And it feels like whatever this is stuck within your mind, something disappointing, you need to be open to let go of whatever was in the past. Okay? It's time. That's the way, that's your key to move forward, to find other opportunities that benefit you in a very enriching way. Okay? Something, it does feel like whatever feels stagnant is because it's your turn, is what I'm hearing. It's your turn to make some sort of move, and that move is opening up to your own healing, opening the door to something great in your life. Okay, something fulfilling. So when I asked the angel answer cards about this, message, it is confirmed that you ask for help from others. So I feel like some of you, it could be therapy. It could be guidance in another direction regarding finances or your future. But it feels very much like you need assistance, and whatever you've been doing so far hasn't helped. Okay? And so wherever you can find, even if you can't find or afford a therapist, go to find a support group, find assistance with others that we can relate to what you've gone through or are going through. Okay? But the choice is yours. It's up to you. And there's always free will. That's the law of the universe, free will in our lives. Free will for us to make that choice to stay stuck or to move forward, right? I can't imagine anyone wanting to stay stuck in an energy that keeps them unhappy, depressed, financially lacking. I hate that word, but that's the word I'm going to use. And so it feels like a very interesting time for some of you, but it doesn't feel like it's long. It feels like it's short-lived, right? This pause in between the calm before the actual change, the calm before the storm, so to speak. And that doesn't mean, I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean just a shake up, a change in your life. So as I said, your guides are telling you you're ready to let go of something. All right? It is within our own soul. I'm going to read from the Talking to Heaven cards. That's our soul cards. And then we're going to wrap it up. But it feels very much like this energy of soul connection is happening right now, because you have to be warned and prepared that some change is coming, and that change opens up because of you. Okay? Do something good for you today, and understand that you need to believe in yourself and love yourself. This card that popped out, I always give you a good night kiss. Someone is with you. Someone that has passed on is with you, and their energy is here to encourage you and to support you. But it also feels like when you lay down at night and you rest your head on a pillow, are you feeling good about you? Are you hugging yourself? Are you loving yourself? Or are you thinking dark, negative thoughts when you go to sleep? It's important to understand that if we think repetitive thoughts about anything, it is a form of prayer. If we are talking to ourselves at night, I wish I would have done this better, I wish I would have done that better, we're focusing on negatives and not the positives. And so it feels very much like this energy is saying, love yourself. Love yourself. Someone, I feel like it's your guide supporting you and wanting you to believe in you the way they believe in you. Okay? Because whatever it is you think you can't do, you're wrong. Whatever it thinks you think you're trapped in, you're not. Okay? One more. You are you're ready to submit to freedom and movement. That's what this feels like here. Let me just grab the cards that fell on the floor. Your soul is telling you, I will always point you in the right direction. If something doesn't feel right, it's because it's not the right path. It's not the right direction. And your thoughts, your soul, your voice is always right there. So when you hear something, it's likely your soul speaking to you, your intuitive guidance. Now is not the time to lay down in your path. Now is the time to, it's like a target, right? Now is the time to hit that target right in the center so that the universe can say, yes, right now, we're ready. Let's go. Let me open that door for you. It's time for you to open up the doors of freedom. Okay? I hope you have enjoyed this message. If it has not applied to you, I'm going to say that in time it will. At some point you'll understand. But for those of you who it is applied to, know and trust that this is what you needed to hear to trigger some energy movement today. Okay? Love and light to all of you, and have a beautiful, wonderful, blessed day. Until next time, namaste.